And I'm Robert Gibson, and I'm Ricky Morton, and we are the Rocker Room Express, not retired NWA Warrior Tag Team Champion, and you're listening to Double Dropkick Hot. Still Duncan.
The Dove Network welcomes you to the following presentation of Double Dropkick Podcast.
Yeah, the DDK Saturday night coming to you live from the power of your internet. What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great weekend. Gonna kick it off right. My camera stand don't kick it off and fall off. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. Thanks for taking your time out to watch the Bell Hobby Podcast right here on a DDK Saturday night. We're all ready to go, jammed up with our special guest tonight, Mr. Pondwater Dave himself, or Super Dave, or just Dave. As we get ready to bring him on, we're going to be talking some indie wrestling. Why is it on fire? What's going on? Views are getting more. These smaller companies are getting some local TV contracts, as well as some big time contracts. They're selling out some of their stuff. They're having more viewers all over their websites and YouTube, and having more people come to their shows. So it's going to be really, really interesting conversation we have with a man who's really on top of it, who is a referee in a lot of these indie promotions. And it's going to be a fun podcast with him. You can check him out every Tuesday night, talking wrestling with Pondwater Dave and Amy. And they do it up right. 7 p.m. Eastern time is their start time. They go about an hour, maybe a little bit more, but they have great guests, great trivia, great people. So look them up on YouTube, talking wrestling with Pondwater Dave and Amy. She is the queen of that Arn Anderson fan club, and they do it up right, and we appreciate it to y'all. Hope y'all have a drink in your hand, toast it up. We're gonna have a good time tonight. Wherever you're watching at, we thank you for taking the time to do it, and if you're watching this afterwards, we greatly appreciate that. If you guys would all just pause a minute, go right down to where you're commenting, and the chat is going off right now, and just type click that thumbs up button. That's all I care about. Click that thumbs up button. You don't like the program, don't like what we offer, you don't have to subscribe. We'll just send you some virus. But I don't do this alone. You guys know I'm KV Kev. Our extraordinaire, bouncer of all kinds, man of all trades, the good guy. Never had a bit of problem with anybody in the belt hobby. He is Mr. Ethan Thompson, my co-host.
You know, the introduction, I appreciate it.
What was that?
I said I appreciate the introduction. And you know what? That's true, because you know what? If you don't have my phone number, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me.
Yeah. I thought it's been going around a while. And it's a pretty good philosophy to live by.
Yep.
Some belt people need to take it. Some makers need to take it by heart, because, jeez, some of these makers are going off, and lot more cheating and a lot more exposing coming out, and a lot of people getting exposed for what they make and what they don't make. And that's fine. That's fine if you don't make this part and you outsource this. Just be honest about it, man.
Some leather sexual scandals in there, I heard.
We're probably going to talk about that. We're probably going to talk about that. And no wives will get injured in the segment, if you know what that means. How's your weekend going?
About the same as the week, brother. I'm just right now I'm one foot in front of the other, just figuring stuff out as we go.
That's life, man. It kicks you right in the nards every freaking day. You just got to get up. You got to push through.
Unfortunately, I feel like my forehead
and I push through.
I feel like my forehead has a tattoo Everlast on it. Just a little punch your back,
It's got the Grand Canyon running right through the top of it.
I got a decent hairline. It's not that bad.
No, I'm talking about a big old.
Oh, I know.
You must be getting mad a lot at work. I got a.
No, that's actually a scar.
That's a scar.
Yeah.
That's when you talked crap when you came over that night. I remember that.
I got into an altercation. I got hit with brass knuckles.
And it caused that type of scar?
Yeah, it split me right. I got a hard head. Just split me right open.
That's what's matter right there. The dude who hit you years ago, we need to blame him.
Right.
But Pondwater didn't have that trouble, man. Anywhere Pondwater goes, man, he has the women just love him. When he gets a mustache going too, ooh, I hear him hollering in the audience.
For all I know, Pondwater was the one that caught.
Baby.
Pondwater probably gave me the 10 count out of the ring after that brass knuckle hit.
Yeah, they do. You hear it a lot. Yeah. And a lot of the fellas too might be going super dude. But we're gonna have a great time with him. Chat's going off tonight. Everybody having a great time. I don't know if we'll do that. As somebody sending me a message of some stuff that I don't know if we'll get to. It's a little bit of stuff that I don't want to always dive into kind of mess. We just have fun. It's a DDK Saturday night. Let's pull on our main man. Let's do it up right. As you all know, this man is a great ambassador for not only the hobby, for wrestling in general. He is a referee. He is a sniper to the FedEx Corporation. If you throw out crap wrong in his yard, you're going to hear really, really, really quickly, that load up of a shotgun. I think it's better with a shotgun to spray him with the. What you think?
So are you when you load your shotgun, are you like a birdshot, buckshot, or are you like birdshot, buckshot? Like, do you give them the warning? Like
birdshot, buckshot, but yeah, bird, and then slugs. And you got those slugs in there somewhere. Yeah, you gotta do it, and then you gotta do with. I have no idea who put them slugs in his tail. I have no idea, but I know Dave's done it to the FedEx. Man, they don't like. For some reason, they don't like Dave. They destroy his toys every time they come. He had a video. I think he's talked about it before on his show. They just rolled down the window and it's like, Dave, you got my kicked in. Man, that thing's in a signed autograph Hulk Hogan figure or something in there, man.
It's probably because they're tired of Dave standing at the window, giving him the standing 10 count, trying to get him from the truck to the doorstep.
That's right. But we'll get to the comments and everybody jumping in as it's going off in the chat. We appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much for your support. It always means a lot. And when you have this guest here, please be like this guy and comment and join the conversation. Ask any questions you like. Jump in however you like. Give your opinion. Nobody's opinion here is wrong. Please welcome to the stage a man that needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Super Dave. Listen to that. Woo.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah.
Man, look at me getting the big gold. The big gold bringing me in.
Had to.
Doesn't get any better than that.
Had to.
No.
You got a little inside track that you can see that pretty much any phone call you make, you can get to visit it. You got that inside.
Dude, I've been told I can bring it home with me. It can come for a visit.
Now that Parker's back in the States, you might want to not mention Big Golds because he's back.
Yeah, I'm not, but I would be so nervous if I had that in my house.
Oh, you be sure I'm creeping. You go into the bathroom with it, taking a poop. I'm like, hey, Dave, can I say it? Dr. Pecker, I want to say the belt, man. See,
well,
knocking on your door.
But you mentioned my heat with FedEx.
Yeah.
The first incident, they backed their truck all the way up to my front door, which is probably 90 feet off the driveway. They pulled it up to my front steps and sunk their truck down to the axles in my front yard.
And they had concrete to go all the way to where they were going, right?
No.
I thought it was concrete that they could still pull up or stop in. They didn't even.
Oh, they could pull up around. Yeah, we got gravel that they could have pulled up, and they could have gone behind the house and turned around. And it wouldn't have been any problem. Then my wife had contact lenses in a little box that said "fragile, handled with care" on every side of the box, and they just rolled down the window and yeeted it to the patio.
They did what?
They just yeeted it.
Oh my!
And then the last time, I bought a Great Muta action figure that I was going to get autographed, and I bought it in a Defender so it wouldn't get damaged. They pull up, open the window, chunked it out the window, hit on the edge, dented the Defender, dented the box. Oh, so the instructions in my FedEx app is backdoor delivery, quit throwing my shit.
Yeah. I can imagine. That's not fair. Somebody says we got a little problem with showing our things, and I think that is right now a YouTube issue, which is trying to stream us in two different venues of phone and Longway. So you're saying when I put up this thing, it's doing what? You don't see the whole screen showing up?
No, like some of the intros, it's not all, it's sporadic. Some of the intros, it'll say browser failed, and the screen will go black, and then when you come back, it pops back. It only shows on the little screen.
One,
yeah,
right?
you see this one right now. Yeah.
All right, we made sure we got Dave's. You can see Dave's, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. It's a YouTube thing. I was talking to Dave in it. It's trying to broadcast me. I don't know and I didn't check the settings if there was any new. Something was new, and I guess I need to check off before they make my show do something. But it's showing my show in vertical ways on a phone, which are for them retards in the generation that can only watch something for 2 seconds, and I don't need that anyway. But my show is usually in the 16:9.
I was just saying that's not being visible on YouTube itself, right? It's just one screen on YouTube.
If they have the device,
yes.
If they log in with their phone, they're going to be able to see the on the phone way. It'll just show a different way on the phone than having to make them turn it landscape.
Yeah, there's two separate broadcasts listed on YouTube, one for the vertical, one for the horizontal.
Yeah, and I think it's doing both for mine right now, which I don't understand that.
Well, you can close the window where you don't have to see the vertical, but it's
for mine right now, which I don't. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't give me the option to hide vertical hide from stage. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to leave it on to make sure I stay centered, but.
Ooh.
But it's good for views.
That's weird.
Man, your chat is active.
Yeah, man.
They get in early and get after it. I was reading it.
99 cent. They 99 cent a comment. They get sent over. Hello, Warden. Who wants your feet? But yeah, Ranch Corner. Come on, man. Hello, everybody. Jim, welcome into the program. How you doing, buddy? I ruined a leathers because watching Span the Globe, you owes me refunds, but I settle for a 6-pack of beer. Sounds like you've already had some beer. Hey,
Y'all are gonna have to catch me up on the belt tee, because I didn't know there was Leathergate going on.
Yeah. Somebody, we're going to be covering it here in the second hour. If you wanted to you could stay around for that second hour before we talk about it. It's not going to be anything that, it's just covering hobby news. Jim, you delivering pies? Yes, I am. Okay, I'm going to skip over you two being drunk the whole time. Ethan, did you show what it showed? Is that what it was doing or no?
No, it seems fine now.
All right. Well, whatever I click, make it work. Yeah, everybody in the chat's going off. They say hello, and then they get to fights in our chats left and right, and they get to put.
Hello,
down
Kevin. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Chris.
How you doing, Chris? How's everybody doing? Throw up them DDKs, and please make sure that you click that thumbs up button down below. Dave, I brought you on because I think you're an aficionado and the insider of what it would be in my realm of thinking. Because you referee indie promotions and a ton of them. If you had to say about how many do you work with right now, a ballpark?
3 regularly.
3 regularly.
Yeah, I'm working with Bayou Independent Wrestling, SWA, and actually 4. Because I got Bayou, SWA, Lost Art of Wrestling, and Battle Zone.
Battle Zone.
Yeah, Battle Zone's been around in Mississippi for about 25 years, if not longer. SWA's been around for a long time too. And BIW is in its 19th year.
Now, people would say, what classifies an indie and any? I mean, whether they have a TV contract, whether they don't have a TV contract, or they say if they're not, you can't consider them indie if they have contracts with the wrestlers. I say, you're an indie promotion if you're outside them big 3, them big 4. Well, what would you say classifies somebody as an indie wrestling promotion?
I would say just independent of any major affiliations, but that's not exactly true either because you have sanctioning bodies like the AIWF. It's been, they're one of the largest sanctioning bodies, but all the promotions are independent. I guess you could call them territories at that point.
Yeah,
but I think it's just
well,
tomato. But I would say anybody that's not affiliated with, like, I don't consider MLW to be an independent because TNA is not an independent. AEW is certainly not an independent. WWE is not an independent. The NWA is not an independent. But I don't really know if the different NWA territories would be considered independent.
That's where I'm kind of thinking where they've done.
Well, they don't answer. Like Billy Corgan's not booking all their territories, so I guess they are somewhat independent.
Yeah, and what was interesting that even when I looked up the NWA, the NWA now has got their NWA Power now on a network, and you can see it on cable really, really easy on the Comet network. Yeah, COMET, and you can.
I think they're on too. I think they're on Tubi as well.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of places now that you can watch them, as well as being on YouTube. They still put their thing out on YouTube, but they're now doing their Saturday show every 4 p.m. And what was interesting is after their 4th week of being on a network, this Comet network, their demographics for 25 to 54 was up 279%. That's somebody's got to be out of your back eye going, wait, who they got that people are watching, or who can I, that's pretty impressive for the demographic of 25 to 54. 35 to 64, 28% if you went that far. So, and then they had a 9% raise across the board if they just went the 50 plus. Now that would, to me, indicate that the people that used to watch the NWA back in the day, maybe coming back and saying, "Hey, I want to watch that." That 9% tells me definitely the people that used to watch that studio show and what it looks like now is a studio show. Have you watched it?
I saw the last time I watched it. It was on the CW
On the
CW app. But they say this is the thing about the NWA, and since I'm 60, I can speak to this demographic. Those 3 letters may not mean what they used to, but they still mean a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So those of us that remember, they do. But you take, for instance, their promotion. There's two that promote in Texas. The one that that James Beard's affiliated with out of Forney. They're in Forney, Texas, and they've hosted a Crockett Cup there. Mm-hmm. I want to say it might be TWF, Texas Wrestling Federation. I could be wrong about the 3 letters. They actually have a local television show that's broadcast on one of the UHF channels.
Oh, I got you.
So some of them are actually, some areas are actually getting a television deal. Memphis Wrestling has a television, does local television. I want to say that there's one out of Huntsville that is doing a local television show now. I don't remember the 3 letters. I was contacted about coming up and refereeing. I have too much going on. I couldn't get it into my schedule to get up there.
Right. Matthew Evans Presley, welcome in. Slam Talk. Pretty good. Welcome into the program. Coming up first time. We are talking indie wrestling and why the numbers have been taking off. It seems to be on fire here lately. And we are talking about the indie promotions. I've been calling some, emailing some, and talking with a bunch, and people saying their numbers have increased. They're having sellouts at the small places, and I asked what their sellout would be, and most of them around 250. They're calling their sellouts, and I said, well, what was your normal shows that you were getting? He said sometimes we were down to 10 and 15 to the places that we've been going for a while. And the turnaround has seemed to be last summer. And what happened last summer was the most disappointing WrestleMania, people have said?
The death of pro wrestling.
That's good. Short description. What are you all about? We need to bring him on here for the interview.
He's one of my guys.
We talk a little bit of wrestling and a lot about the wrestling belt hobby. And we throw a lot of things in between. So welcome in. Appreciate it. Give us that thumbs up and sub. And Slam Talk tonight. What's Slam Talk? Do you know what Slam Talk is?
I've never seen that in his avatar before.
Bring Slam Talk on the DDK. I guess what I'm saying is leave something for imagination. There is people that are going to these events that are saying that they are not happy with the females and what they're showing, what they're doing, all of this, all of that during matches and putting in, AEW is doing the same crap. I think we've played it on here where they did the mock sucking of the whatever. That was the, what was that tag team again? I can't remember their name, but I can't stand them.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
The ones in AEW, they always win the title. The Young Bucks. Yeah, the Young Bucks.
Oh, okay.
So we were talking about women.
No, it was the men doing it to the men. We had the highlight on here, and it was just Smith went 500 off their head. Hey, there you go. Hogan left us 1 year ago. Yep, that's a shame. That's
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
So you can also catch, they're on Hulu Live, TV Sling, Sling TV, or Fubo TV. But I found them on that comment. But it was interesting that they're up across the board too.
When it comes to the ratings, like you're talking about,
Right.
how much of that do you think is just AEW and WWE gift wrapping product to other people because their product's so bad and they're so wrapped up in not wanting to take chances, they just regurgitate the same thing over and over. Let's give Sammy back the title. Let's take Sammy away the title. Let's put a trash can on a chick's head and have her jump off the cage. It's the same thing over. So where these indie promotions are coming in like, we can take chances. We can live the kayfabe. We can live the story. We can give them what they've been missing for a while. I mean, it makes sense.
Right.
I mean,
Dave,
thank you, WWE.
Well,
about some of these promotions, what do you think that's the case, that people are starting to tune out? Because I have.
Well, I think a lot of people are being priced out. Like you take just here in Mississippi, WWE doesn't come to Jackson anymore. We were always a C town, and they've cut out the house shows. And when they do live events, whatever you want to call them, they're not coming to our area anymore. And when AEW comes, they're either they're on the coast or they're up close to Tennessee. So if you want to go to live matches, the independents are really your only option here. But it's the same for Louisiana. A lot of it has to do with quality. The poor quality shows get weeded out very quickly now.
Right.
And back there was a time that people just, if they got paid, they didn't care how bad the show was. Now these guys today don't associate themselves with bad organizations, bad shows, bad equipment, unsafe conditions, nasty conditions, horrible venues. They're not participating so much with tax time championship wrestling. Whenever somebody gets their tax return, they want to be a wrestling promoter.
Yeah.
They're not so much trying to copy what they saw on television Monday night, Friday night, Wednesday night. They've realized that the Indies is a good alternative. If you're going to steal something, steal it from 40, 50 years ago. That's if you want to do something on a show that you saw on television, make what's old new again. Those are the demand for professional wrestling still there. Promotion's better. Being able to go on YouTube, Facebook, X, the social media engagement has been key. There's also, a lot of shows rely on bringing in a name and then building a show around it. And then some shows just have a good enough following that the homegrown talent, the local guys. When I say that, like you take Bayou Independent Wrestling, we bring some guys in from Florida. We bring some guys in from Texas, South Texas, North Texas, Arkansas, Tennessee. And then occasionally, we'll mix in a name like Caleb Conley. Caleb Conley was our champion for a while, and he's doing great things right now with Juggalo Championship Wrestling. But we've had Matt Taven in, we've had Ace Austin in, we've had Larry D in. Lance Archer was there before he was Lance Archer.
Mm-hmm.
Cassidy Riley, Chase Stevens. We get Chase in once or twice a year still. So, we will bring Ray Lynn. our former champion Killer Kate. You can see her on WoW. As it's the same with Ray Lynn. So you can bring in some nationally known people, but you're mostly building it around your own people. Also, people do different things. Bayou Independent Wrestling is going to give you 6 very good matches. There is a story there, and we have a loop we make. But the emphasis on Bayou Independent Wrestling is that you're not going to get your start there. You have to know what you're doing. You get, sometimes somebody cancels, somebody gets an opportunity. But you're going to get 6 quality matches on a Bayou Independent show. SWA and Battle Zone, they run regularly. They've got their loops. They've got their stories. They've got their wrestlers that are embedded in the community. People know who they are. And what you see on the show is what you see in public. And it's a true case of they may point their fingers like, oh, that's not real. That's not real. But that was real. Did you see those? That still exists. People still want to believe. And if you let them, it works. And then we've got Lost Art of Wrestling that does a show once every month or every 2 months. And the Lost Art of Wrestling, their mission statement is to bring lost people to Christ. There's always going to be a message at the beginning. We'll have a speaker come in to deliver the message for, maybe 10 minutes before we have the first match. It's a good, clean family show. It takes place in churches a lot of the time. And it does a lot of good. There's times that every dollar earned goes back into the community. Right. For cancer patients, for church programs. I mean, Lost Art is not designed to make the promoter. I mean, he's not getting rich doing it.
Right.
And that's their mission statement. So the 4 promotions I work for are very different. Battle Zone. Battle Zone kind of uses most of the same people that SWA uses, but it's a different presentation. Battle Zone's going to be a little grittier. Like, I don't know how to describe it. What's the word I'm looking for? Brawling?
2000 wrestling, like in the 2000s?
Yeah, I mean, it's personal issues. I mean, the promoter's daughter got hit. The promoter's daughter tried to jump in the ring and help her dad. and she caught a backhand from Doc Gracie. And I mean, he legit has security when he works there now. They get him into the building, they get him back to his car.
Wow. That's what I'm talking
about. Personal issues still work.
Yeah.
And that's the key, is that the quality of what you can see on the independents for the price of what you would go get. You can take your family wrestling matches cheaper than you can take them to McDonald's.
Yeah. Matthew had a question, and I think you could probably answer this better before I move into this list here. He says, what do you think are some of the things that stay same backstage with the boys, no matter if you're in an independent or a big-time organization? I would easily say from just a bunch of interviews with them is the safety of your wrestler. That's one thing that is sacred between you and you and the other wrestler, and that seems to be talked about with these wrestlers everywhere they go. I think Dave could expand on that question a whole lot more, but I think no matter if you're on the independent or if you're in the big time, I think the number one thing that stays the same is you protect, and that guy's in your hand. His safety's in your hand to make sure that you're doing the right things so that he doesn't get hurt, injured, or even killed. What do you think, Dave, on that question?
Well, yeah, safety first and foremost, and it's a business. You're there to work. You're there to do business. And
just look at who's Stanley Cup champions this year, other day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I was pulling for them because they're the team I hated least out of everybody that was left.
There's only two. Come on, man. Do you see the guys in the background? Is there any other thing besides the safety that you see that is the same? I guess is what he's trying to say is, no matter if it's something that's the same, no matter if you're in the big times or you're in the low from the wrestling thing. I guess just
Well,
wrestle well and wrestle your match and keep it
and
going.
don't do anything. Don't do anything that's going to hurt the promotion. You don't want to get kicked off of television. You don't want to lose your building.
or hurt a fan or do something like that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to hurt a fan.
So
But I'm just saying that
you don't want to invite Stone Cold with a 4-wheeler to come around your ring.
it's probably not a good idea. I mean, I've spent the last 20 years on the independents, but in 2022 I worked 4 pay-per-views, and the only difference between doing that and doing what I normally do was it was just one was producing for a broadcast and the others are producing for a live crowd. But they all still do the same thing. It's they get to the building, they act like professionals, they find out what they're doing, they go execute what they're doing.
Anything to add with that on Ethan on that question? Because he asked all of them.
No, not really.
All righty then.
I'm just learning indies. Parker got me into the indies, so I didn't grow up with indies, or I didn't grow up with territories. I grew up with WWE and a little bit of NWA and then WCW.
All right. There's some other things I wanted to pick his brain about, but during the research, it come back with some of these, and there might be others. I know Boca Raton and wrestling in Florida is doing. I think it's Boca. I forgot the name. I know they're doing well. Also, GCW, which is Game Changer Wrestling, is up very much. MLW, Major League Wrestling, and I do know these guys. Deadlock Pro Wrestling, DWP. They're one that's here in North Carolina. That's been very, very, very hot. They're doing that. What I just said a little bit ago was that 2000 type wrestling, the Attitude Era. Where they're involved with the crowd a whole lot more, and they're giving that Stone Cold vibe and that rock vibe with each other and how they act, and the music with the theme, and some of the wrestling is like that. It's also got Prestige Wrestling and West Coast Pro. They are up as well. House of Glory out of New York City. And
House of Glory is doing. If I'm not mistaken, the Hardys are their tag champions.
Yeah. Ethan, get on that.
Well, see, the one I was curious about was the JCW. I was just looking up there because I've watched them for a long time, and it says their digital viewership on YouTube draws 40 to 50,000 views viewers per weekly episode, which is for a promotion like that, that's phenomenal. And they've been doing it for so long.
People bag on Vince Russo, but he's been a net positive for them.
It's just, I mean, you think when you do those kind of numbers that they're doing something right or somebody's popular. You think with WWE or these companies, at least it would be if I was running it, I'd be like, here I am playing the same storylines with the same 5 to 7 wrestlers over and over and over again, the pay-per-view. How many times is the same pay-per-view, the same match, the same guys, the same, it's just, they're over and over and over again. And the world title is being passed around between four people for the past 5 years.
I think that's where you're missing the bus though.
There it is.
Indie promotions and wrestlers and the people that are involved with indies tend to care about the business.
I can see that.
WWE cares about the bottom line. That's
True.
why their writers, they're using AI now to help with storylines. I mean, it's ridiculous that the way they have the endless talent, they have the endless pyro, they have the endless everything, and they regurgitate. Every cycle is a regurgitation. You know, it's look at Rhea Ripley hasn't defended in what 45 days because she's injured, but they won't strip her the title.
Interim.
Yeah,
They're doing an interim title, which I'm like, I'm like, oh God, y'all are copying AEW. Look at you go, kid.
And it's just like, I think when you have a corporation running a business,
I want to use that, man. Look at you go, kid.
When you have a corporation running a business, it's going to be like that.
You're on point with that. I agree.
Me and Amy just had this conversation a couple weeks ago. I told her, I said, we're not talking about WWE and AEW anymore. We're going to go back. We're going to talk. We're going to review old wrestling. I said, because I have no desire to crap on WWE and AEW every week because there's already podcasts that do that.
True.
I have no desire to watch WWE. There's some things I want to watch. I'm all over Oba and Brock. But let's talk about it for a second. This is one of the things that pissed me off.
All right.
You got Oba and Brock. You got the bringer of war against the beast incarnate. What's he need the Dallas Police Department standing in the ring for? That's a bitch move. Brock's not a bitch. So you got these two beasts. So then you're going to put at Dallas Police Department in between them. And then Oba's going to destroy the Dallas Police Department. And I love how the Dallas Police Department know how to all get together to catch one of them.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is they even said afterwards, we don't have anything to worry about. There weren't even real cops, which they've never admitted that it's indie guys playing cops.
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, backstage. We're not going to go, don't worry, we're not going to get sued because those weren't even real cops. But what I'm saying is we don't need that regurgitated story of putting the police in the ring to keep these guys apart because Brock does not need them. It made no sense. Then we're going to have Seth and Roman do the good old contract signing gimmick. We know there's no contracts to be signed. When you say, hey, get me a referee to the ring, oh, we didn't have a contract signing for it. We just threw a match together. So why are we doing this? Why don't we just put them in the ring? Say, this is the part where we would act like y'all are going to sign a contract. So y'all just go and start kicking each other's ass now. We don't need contract signing. It's regurgitated. Then we had Maxine Dupree get in the ring, and she's doing the love interest thing is way overdone. Way overdone.
Yeah. Yep.
So then what she does, nut shot. Otis gets nut shotted. When she got in the ring with the Street Profits, nut shot. We don't know how to do anything but nut shots. In the good old days, Missy Hyatt would have put a brick in her purse and hit somebody in the head, and then opened the purse, and the brick would have fell out. What's old is new, but we keep doing the same things. I mean, how many times did AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura go to nut shots? There's just everything is recycled and regurgitated, and the fact that, and that's the part that drives me crazy, is that there's like we're just falling back on these crutches. And not everything's bad, and not everything's for everybody. I mean, I love, and I shouldn't love it, but I love everything that Danhausen is doing.
Really?
I love it. It is.
We're gonna hold. We got to on this one. That's a because I feel the total opposite of that. What is it so that I can understand it? Is it the gimmick thing that is selling? Because today it seems like no matter who comes in, their shirt flies off the shelf. And today's wrestling fan likes somebody if they like their cool T-shirts or their cool song, and they'll sing the song and then they'll sit down. That's it.
The song will get you over quicker than anything. Look at Bobby Roode. They finally had to quit playing Glorious. Jericho Everybody wants to sing. Everybody sings everybody's song. So if you have a cool song, I mean, Joe Henry's all song. But I didn't like how Danhausen was introduced to WWE. I was like, they screwed him not letting him talk. But I mean, and they call it Grindhouse, but I thought it was more Batman 66. But I like Danhausen anyway. But
he's an incredible,
it's just
nice person.
But you know, very nice, very evil. Human monies. You are cursed. But he curses. But the cursing thing could not have worked out any better. Cursing, uncursing with the Knicks. And then the other day he said that he was, you know, Argentina's cursed. Argentina lost.
He's been stumbling into quite a few of them. Yeah.
I mean, he's falling face down into a pile of crap and coming up smelling like a rose. Then you take Oba and Brock. I'm loving everything about it. Braun Breaker. Man, that spear looks
incredible. Incredible. But they keep it's like they don't know how to do anything outside of the world title. It's like you could do something if you'd make your other belts just as prestigious. There used to be a time when the Intercontinental was just as prestigious to hold as the world title, and now it's you barely see the belt anytime. And the reason you don't see the belt is because every week it's 15 minutes of talk time between each guy in the ring. Ethan?
I was going to go back to the Danhausen thing.
Okay.
The Danhausen thing, actually, I despised when it started. Mm-hmm. And now it's actually grew on me. It's kind of a breath of fresh air.
Gotcha.
You know, I'd rather watch Danhausen do his little curse stick and all this stuff than Nia Jax throw a chair shot, or, you know, it's just, at least it's something different at this point. And I that's a lot of what I crave, is just something different.
Somebody's got to do the comedy spot. We had Santino, we had R-Truth, now we got Danhausen.
R-Truth is a treasure.
Yes,
absolute treasure.
Santino is still a treasure.
I think the Miz. Who would have thought he would turn down? You talk about a company guy that goes out there, no matter what the humiliation thing, lose to whatever guy, do whatever. That dude does anything for anybody, any given time, and is just a great personality all the way around. Great on the mic, great in the ring, great outside of the ring, great for WWE, great for the fans.
I remember watching him on The Real World. Like, that's where it started. And it's just like he was running around the house doing the Miz, and he had that Miz thing going on at The Real World. I mean, he's one of those guys.
And, I mean, who wouldn't want to be him? I mean, that guy, he's living the life. And I mean, beautiful wife, beautiful family, making buku money.
Don't like money again.
But
the wife?
And then, but then let's talk about, you mentioned the world title. Sami Zayn wins the world title in Saudi Arabia. That was a good. Now listen, hear me out. This was a business decision. It's a very good business decision. Nobody more.
We all knew.
Nobody more over in Saudi Arabia. He can talk to them in their language. He got a hero's welcome when he was finally allowed to go to Saudi Arabia. Also, if you went and looked at the WWE's ledger, I don't think there's anybody making bigger contributions to their income than the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So you got to throw them a freaking bone every now and then. So they got a title change on a guy that they love, and then they brought it in, and then they got it. They figured, and they got. Then they bring it. They get it onto Punk, so Punk and Cody can have a big main event. And did it in Chicago. Another business decision. Now, I will say, I think this hometown crap is overdone, overplayed. I'm sick of hearing about it. If I don't miss anything else about Vince, I miss that he would crap on you in your hometown.
Yeah.
They make such a big deal. Oh, it's his hometown. It's Brock. Yeah. Have anybody ever even related Brock to Minnesota since he tried out for the Vikings? No, we think he's on a farm in Canada.
Right.
But all of a sudden, because for a storyline, he's in Minnesota, and they're shoehorning Chad Gable being from Minnesota. I want to see make him kiss somebody's ass in Minnesota because I'm tired of the hometown being they've run that into the ground.
Okay, so as we're gearing this towards indie, I think where people are leaning towards the indie and away from WWE and AEW and mainly them two is the number one thing, ticket prices.
Yes.
Said, and I quote, I can pay $150, get ringside seat, food for my whole family, have an enjoyable 2-hour night of watching wrestling and seeing over 10 plus matches. Even more sometimes if the promotion is hot and a lot of people are in the building. Unquote. So they're getting their money for the why would you even for the Monday Night Raw and the SmackDown, why are you going to pay $800-900 for ringside seats, $400? I don't know what the latest one is, to see 3 matches and then to see an hour and a half worth of talking.
Yeah, WWE used to when they'd come to Jackson, they had a family 4-pack that you could buy for like $100. Like I could buy 2 tickets in the same section.
True.
I could have bought 2 tickets in the same section and it cost me just almost as much as doing the family 4-pack. And I want to say they would give you a drink and a hot dog with it. And also, what you're getting on the indies is accessibility to the wrestlers. You have skin in the game with these wrestlers. You're going to their merch tables. You're interacting with them. You're meeting them. You're getting pictures
Before and after.
And when that person on the indies makes it to television, you feel invested in them and their journey. I mean, I know people with Preston Vance in AEW. They followed him here in Mississippi. Ricky Starks. They followed him in Texas. I worked with Ricky here in Mississippi. Athena is I'm so proud of Athena. I was there when she started in Texas. We used to play flag football once a week with the wrestlers in that promotion. We'd all go play flag football. And to see where she's at now. So as a fan, when these guys get their chance, you're on that ride with them. And that goes a long way.
That's true.
Comment.
Yeah,
I tend to imagine at Walmart when people crash out.
I've been watching those all day today.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
I tend to err on that. I'm blaming corporate more than I'm blaming everything. So, like you said, with the lack of house shows now, basically no house shows. The lack of house shows, ticket prices, TKO buying WWE. If you looked at like UFC's, TKO's just changing WWE's model to the UFC model, and even down to merch. I mean, you look at belt prices. 2 years ago, you could buy a replica belt for $300. Mm-hmm. Now you're $600, $650. But if you go to the UFC website, their belts are always $850, $900. So they're just milking that cash cow, and they don't care about wrestling. They just don't, and that's what we have to figure. Go ahead.
Fanatics paid WWE.
Yeah.
So Fanatics paid for that privilege. So it's actually Fanatics recouping what they guaranteed WWE or TKO. So, but in defense of Fanatics, because I hated it at first. I've got an Adidas hockey jersey, and I dread the day that I'll ever have to buy a Fanatics hockey jersey.
And God knows it's just terrible. They're jerseys, right. Period.
Yes. But I say all that to say, look at all of the variety in belts now, because Fanatics is like just cranking them out. And I have to think, look at all these action figures that have been released this week that are coming from San Diego Comic-Con. And look at the belts. Look at the belts that are coming in these packages. Notably, the big green,
The mystery Hogan.
the mystery Hogan, and the 5-plate US. What if we look up and Fanatics offers? What if they start offering those belts?
See, and that's the sad part about like when you get into the belt hobby part of it. Like, you know, economically wise, a lot of people can't afford that, but they're going to go broke buying that because, again, you're blinded by the shiny thing and you want it, you're going to buy it. But again, it just prices you out, and that's what I was getting at is like this WrestleMania is just a dry rehearsal for a sale to the Saudis in 2 years. And, you know, and the Saudis don't care about wrestling as much as they care. I mean, what, a year ago, they were asking for Warrior and Yokozuna?
Yeah.
Yokozuna at an event, and it's just like, bruh. So, I mean, to me, like I said, last year was the death of pro wrestling. Now TKO is going to milk it, and these indies guys are going to be smart to just swoop in and give the real wrestling fan what they're lacking. Like we had Parker on a couple weeks ago, and I follow him on social media now. He's living the gimmick. This man's at the spa with the big gold with the crumb rind, and he's just living the gimmick. He's on the beach running around. He's got the bracelets on. He's in the limo. He's living, and that's where you can get into it and connect with these guys. And I think that's what WWE lost years ago.
Yeah,
I love what he's doing. I love it.
He's absolutely great, and he's putting the name back on the crumb rind being fought.
And he's very believable too.
Yeah, and he's a humble guy. I mean, you know, he was on our podcast, our little podcast, a little bit ago, and he's still messaging me and Ethan, and we're still supporting the crap out of him. There he is, where got in the wrestling news. He's in the United States now, and man, I hope he gets close to where I can see him. He did great and dominated in Japan. He was a big turnout there in Japan. I mean, look at this dude.
Yeah, and eventually
living the gimmick.
And eventually he'll get picked up by AEW or WWE, and he'll make big money.
I don't know why what they ever saw in letting him go to begin with. I don't understand how that kind of talent could get away and you don't see it. And I think it goes to a and here's another a great avenue in this topic. I think it's who's ever going out there scouting talent is doing a terrible job. Who's ever writing this stuff is doing a terrible job. Now, I'm not against females writing stuff, but when 3 of your females that you hired in to write for you have no wrestling experience whatsoever, and they came from Disney and that type of thing, what are you doing? It's not wrestling when you have to script it so down to the move that if you miss the move, the rest of the match is so thrown off. These guys aren't training them on the mic. Why train him on the mic? Go find somebody that's good on the mic and good in the ring. They're out there. We're down to finding guys that are 5'5", 150 pounds, and putting the world heavyweight title on them. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Which I get it. I'm not a Darby Allin fan. Think he's a glorified stuntman. Don't want to see the kid kill himself. He does stupid stuff in the ring. He's not safe. You can't tell me he's safe. There's no way that you can go headfirst into a pole and protect yourself.
No.
That's my Darby Allin is not for me. That being said, he's over like Rover. And I understand them putting the belt on him. But if you're going to put the belt on him, why not do it in a ladder match? Why not do it in a ladder match? Because a trust fall is not a finisher. Right, Matthew Elvis Presley? Trust fall is not a finisher. And I agree with Chris. The Saudis will not own WWE, but I would bet that Tony Khan owns it before Vince McMahon does. But I say all that to say,
Yeah.
But let's talk about Darby. Okay, you got the title on Darby. Max was beat up, however, but you got the title on him. Then he goes on to defend it. He should not have beat. He should not have beat Brody. He should not have been able to beat Brody King.
Right.
He should not have pinned Brody King. He could have got back in the ring, and Brody King could have got counted out because he did the move outside the ring. He gets in the ring by the skin of his teeth. He retains the title on a count out. But no, they let him pin Brody King. That don't make any sense on any universe. Then he does that match with Ciampa, and Ciampa gets him on the top rope, and whatever he calls that move he's fixing to do. But instead of doing it into the ring where you can win the world championship, and they call it the world championship, they don't put the weight division on it. It's not the world heavyweight championship. But I digress. Instead of jumping into the ring. And the only reason I saw this is because I see clips of it. I don't normally watch it. They pissed me off with Jeff Jarrett. So, but that's another story for another time. Instead of jumping into the ring and winning the world championship with your finisher, you go ahead and just go all the way down to the floor with it and hurt both of us. It's the lack of psychology. AEW does great matches, man. They can do great matches. And I will say that you get your money's worth if you watch an AEW pay-per-view. They don't disappoint. They over-deliver when you're paying that kind of money for a pay-per-view. If they would just start them in the afternoon, I wouldn't have a gripe with them. Because normally I'll watch until about 9 o'clock and go to bed.
And what's delivering for you? You're talking about good wrestling, good wrestling, good matches?
Good matches. You don't have to know the storylines to watch an AEW pay-per-view. They're going to give you plenty of wrestling action. And you may not like every match, because John Moxley's a piss break for me.
Yep. Amen.
Didn't like him as Dean Ambrose, like him even less when he's John Moxley. He's not for me. I'm not saying that he doesn't have some kind of talent, but he fancies himself a modern-day Terry Funk, and he's not. I don't need the gimmicks all the time. I understand that you don't ever hear them talk about 60-year-old men when they talk about their audience for AEW. I understand it's not for me. And that's why I don't give it the time. When they have stories, they don't let things breathe. They bury the referees. These are things that but y'all have to understand that I don't watch wrestling as a fan. I watch wrestling through the eyes of a referee. So when the referees stand up with their thumb in their ass instead of counting, like I'll be on watching the pay-per-view and I'll do it on the pay-per-views. And that's when it takes me out of it sometimes. Like I'll just be sitting there like they've been out of the ring for a while. 1, 2. Well, when I get to 15, if you're the referee, get out of the ring and try to talk them into getting in the ring. If on the indies, if I know that the guys need some time out of the ring, I go with them, trying to convince them to get back in.
Right. I get that. Yep.
Instead of just standing there looking like an idiot.
Well, that's what's lost on today's wrestling. Is it's so scripted. They don't want to feel the crowd. They don't want to feel what's going on. Oh, this is working. Or, us going outside and pulling up the mat and doing the old, slingshot on the concrete or whatever it was that they used to do. And then giving the guy that needed a 20-second breather going around to the fans and talking junk to them or posing over them or this, that, and the other. There's none of that. What you're seeing is it's like robots in there. Same thing, super kick, 360, overdone, finishing move, kick out, finishing move, 1, 2, there's another one, and then he pins him up in a roll up. There you go. How you do it? Thanks, $400 buy.
But it's the corporate cash cow. It's these simple. It's like they wrote their script on the bathroom wall, and you go to the porta potty and you read it. That's the WWE motto. Just like them extending all these pay-per-views to 2 nights, you have 2 nights of mediocre matches when you could actually put 1 night back together of a solid pay-per-view. WrestleMania doesn't need to be 2 nights. SummerSlam doesn't need to be 2 nights. Like, get back to 1 night of a solid pay-per-view first before you try to add to it. But they don't, because we can milk 2 nights out, get twice the ticket sales, twice the merch sales, twice the TV ad revenue, and I don't care what I'm putting out.
No, because
there's
idiots are eating it up.
Well, hey, in fairness,
and are eating it up, and it's garbage.
CM Punk said it. Cog in the wheel.
In fairness, the stock prices are through the roof. As a shareholder, I appreciated it, but there's good news for the fan. The only thing that's ever going to make anything change is when the shares start coming down, and the shares have dropped a lot in the last 30 days.
Yeah.
Now, how much do you think that's economy related to? Okay, go ahead.
No, finish. I got.
You know how much? A lot of it has to be economy related too, because just the prices of gas, food, everything. You know, it was a luxury. It's a luxury to buy a belt at $900, $800. You know, and now that everything else is getting expensive, now I'm gonna have to put that belt on hold an extra month. I'm gonna have to put that belt. I'm gonna have to put those extra merch. You know, because the economy's just. I mean, I'm where I live. I'm almost $7 a gallon of gas.
We're under 30 now.
I think it's more customer confidence. I think it's more customer confidence, and I think it started last year with the incredibly botched John Cena heel turn. You're never going to convince me. You'll never convince me The Rock didn't screw them. He came in and made it seem like he was going to be a part of it, and then he sent, what's his name, that took 20 minutes to get to the ring when he come walking out, the rapper that we never saw again.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is I think that The Rock, for one, TKO has tried to insert themselves into the last 3 WrestleMania main events.
Yep.
So that shows me they don't have a lot of confidence in what the wrestling people are doing. But I think The Rock, you'll never convince me that he had a problem with Cena, because Cena used to call him out for being Mr. Hollywood and never showing up until he needed the wrestling fans. And then he called him out for writing his promos on his arm. I believe The Rock is petty. And I believe that I think he got even with John Cena before Cena was done. You'll never convince me that he didn't.
As much as I think it was Cena, I think it was a combination as Cena and Triple H, because I heard there was a lot of friction between The Rock and Triple H during that time too, creatively.
Always has been. But also, they're booking more for Unreal than they are for Raw and SmackDown. They didn't got their money for Raw. They didn't got their money for SmackDown. Now they're booking for Unreal. I think they're high on, because I have to ask myself every time you hear a rumor or news or anything, they're doing this for Unreal.
You know,
which I don't watch, because I don't even like the idea. I don't want to see how I know how sausage is made, and I don't want to see it.
Yeah,
it's funny because suspending reality. When I was a kid, you know, I remember Yokozuna versus Undertaker casket match, and they're wheeling him out at Royal Rumble, and the casket gets struck by lightning, and here comes Undertaker getting, you know, that was more believable than thinking The Rock was ever going to come back.
Yeah.
Your WrestleMania was always supposed to be big, over the top, shocking, set the momentum into the year. Now it's a snooze fest. It's just made for them to make more money, and it's the same thing that's happening in all business. It's why movies are crap. It's why gaming is down. The gaming sales, the gaming industry is total down. Why do I want to pay $180 for the Madden game when you're giving me the copy and paste same crap that you gave me last year, when I can go back to the 2000s and look at something that looked 10 times better than what they're making now? It's because these guys that are out there making the games don't even know how to make the games to begin with.
Well,
they're idiots.
We did learn a valuable lesson though this year. We learned that Steve Austin can't drive a quad in a tight area.
Hey, also, I'll speak to you talking about the economy with attendance. Look what they're doing in AAA though. With good booking, look what they're doing in AAA.
Yeah, there's plenty of people in this country that, you know, a certain amount's not doing good, but the other, you know, But I see a lot of WWE catering to people that have money instead of going back to the people that put them there. You can see it in all that they're showing they're showing the all of the celebrities more than the fans. Taking all the fun out of it with bringing a sign and this, that, and the other. They're killing all of it. But I think what was a lot of people's that I'm hearing final nail in the coffin is, you're trying to watch not only at do they do it on their Monday night shows and their SmackDown, but they're doing it at their PLEs where you're watching a match and it goes nothing. You're just watching it, no audio, no nothing. And there's a 4-minute commercial next to it. Not a 2, not a 60-second drop, not a 30-second, 4-minute commercial.
Yeah, but how would you, if Netflix paid all that money for and ESPN paid all that money for it, how'd you think they was going to get it back?
Well, yeah, but there's tons of ways but bleeding it is not going to be the way of.
No, they bleed it because I can pay X amount of money now and get my name laser engraved in the ring, the ring mat, and it's preposterous how much money that they abuse the wrestling fan.
Well, the WWE Club, what was that new thing that is when you look at it, it's like, what you get in it? It's like, what?
But these wrestling fans need to understand, like at some point,
back in the day 900 number.
Yeah, but at some point you need to understand, I'm a consumer. My power is with my money.
Yes.
And as atrocious as the product is right now, stop spending the money. Stop spending the money for 6 months and you'll see a dramatic shift in WWE's motto and their mantra. But until you do that and you just keep paying for trash, they're going to give you trash.
Well, it's happening with the ticket sales with SummerSlam. I think people are fed up with it. I'm fed up with, I want to see a title change on SmackDown or Raw. I want to see matches on Raw. I want to see a new guy come in, hire the jobbers again. I want to see somebody destroyed for 3 minutes in the ring with a new guy. I want to see that again. I don't want to see, if you want to do your promo, get another Gene. We're not going to have another Gene, but another guy in the background. Do your interview there and be on with it. But I'm tired.
But it's too easy to roast. Yeah, all a promo is now is they're roasting each other.
Yeah, it's
I can't believe he said that. He made a crack about Roman's teeth on ESPN. Did you hear that? I can't believe he went there with his teeth.
And then they took 5
minutes. But I'm saying it's a roast battle constantly now.
And 5 minutes to come out just to do that because you got to play your music to come out to do get out of the stage. I paid all this money. I want to see wrestling. And you don't anymore. They've killed every belt except for the world title. And it's meaningless. And tag team wrestling is dead. Cruiserweight or welterweight, whatever you want to say, is dead.
They've lost touch with their core fan group. I understand if you sell out quick, then you left money on the table. It's better to have 5,000 tickets left and make more money than you would have made on a sellout. I get the thinking, but they forget that you got to have people come in and make a connection. At the house shows, man, my grandkids are Cody Rhodes fans for the rest of their life. My grandkids love Braun Strowman. They love the New Day. And they love everybody that took time to just do a hand slap to them. Cody, we have a selfie where Cody took our camera and took a whole picture of the family. But when he came over, he got down and looked my grandson in his eye and had a genuine conversation with my grandson. When you have a house show, the talent can connect.
They have freedom. They have
freedom, and they make a connection with the fans. And if you have that connection with the fans, they're going to buy whatever you're selling.
Yeah.
And now you've disconnected to just making it an event for you have to be the lower class is not going. I mean, you can't.
And that's what's happening in these indie shows. Or people are telling me the talent is yelling at the fans. The talent is going in the ring and yelling at the mom and yelling at the sister. I mean, you still have Deadlock Pro Wrestling. The other ones I wanted to mention were CWF Mid Atlantic out of Burlington, AML Wrestling. Their operations are up, and 5 Star Pro Wrestling is up. And it's funny that all of these promotions, a lot of them are in the South and the mid and going into the Midwest. Like
MPX,
is
MPX outgrew their building.
Yeah.
MPX promotes 50 shows a year. 50 weekly episodic shows a year and they're on Twitch. It's the promotion's owned by Athena and her husband Matthew Palmer.
I mean, a lot of these promotions that are doing this, and NWA is part of that too. It's
and she does a quarterly Joshi.
The good old boys in the South will buy what you want and support you, just like they did with hockey will never survive in Florida. Hockey will never be good in North Carolina. Now the last last three Stanley Cups have been North Carolina and Florida. Give me a break.
In Vegas.
Indie wrestling is hot because people can afford it. People get a bunch of matches. People don't have to fight all the stupid bull crap and get hit with dumb things or be worried about being robbed, and because the security is so lax in these event venues and outside the venues. The wrestlers meet you before and afterhand. They're there for you, and it's a chance to see somebody that you can say one day, I saw that future Ultimate Warrior, that future Hogan, the guy that's going to come in, that future whatever you want to say. You had an opportunity to see him, and I think that's one reason why, and a big reason why, is indie promotions are hot right now. And if NWA can or somebody can go in there and buy it and get rid of Billy right now with the momentum they got, because he doesn't know how to run this company. All he wants it for is to promote his stupid music. One hit wonder. He has no business with NWA, and he needs to get out of it. But I want to see a promotion. No, he didn't. That stuff we had, that drug scenes and doing the drug scenes.
That was bad. But I mean, he's growing. He said he has a 20-year plan, and they're big. They're now
20-year plan. Most of us will be dead by the time that plan gets going.
Now, losing Dave Lagana hurt them, and COVID definitely killed their momentum.
Getting rid of the manager over stupidness.
Sinister Minister.
Jim Cornette.
Oh,
that was one of the dumbest releases you could have had. And then going in with the people online. Yeah, he is racist, dude. He was fighting for
that wasn't even a racist joke. It was a joke about people being hungry.
He was the one that was fighting for black wrestlers in the 70s and early 80s to get spots in events. So people, do your homework before you listen to stuff on Twitter. Ethan, anything?
No, I was just thinking back how you were talking about the quality of a Monday Night Raw or a Smack. Man, we'd have Stone Cold come out in a beer Zamboni and nail the ring and hose down the ring full of Vince McMahon. I mean, there was just so much quality and thoughtfulness put into it. And it's so sad. It's really sad. It's disheartening if you really think about it. Like, that's my childhood. That was my adolescence. Like, now is being used as a dollar grab, and there's no care behind it anymore.
Ben Bishop not being on one of your television channels is criminal.
Yeah. Give a shout out there to Matthew. What's up, buddy? Oh yeah. Welcome into the program. Get that thumbs up to him. I think people are just tired of being bleeded to death for poor products, and hopefully, I have no hope for WWE or AEW just because today's wrestling fans. I mean, we're talking about this generation who can't figure out what a man is and a woman is. I mean, that's the people we're talking about. That's going in and buying all this stuff and doing all this stuff. I mean, they'll buy a belt with a big old turd on it. Be like, I got turd belt, man.
And I'm gonna circle back to the belt comment about how high the belts are, and I will say that the quality of them
Yep.
is so much better. I mean, when they were just figures eight belts, the belts that are like AEW, their belts are incredible. I mean, like on real leather, they're using them on television. I mean, that's how good the AEW belts are.
For those that are entrenched in the belt hobby, though, for $900, I can go to a maker right now, save $300, and have me an acid etched HD on leather, like sourced that way. And I'm not saying
I get it,
but I get the quality of them is there, but like in 2 years there can't be 100% inflation on belts in 2 years. The United States was $300. The WWE United States was $300 2 years ago, and now it's $600 now.
Oh yeah, and they made a mistake, and my wife bought me mine for $249.
Matthew says, "Hi, baby white."
I love my United States belt. And hey, I struggled because I wanted that white furry Trick Williams belt, and they're only making 250 of them.
You really wanted that thing? You have to take that thing and have deodorant to walk around with it, because
they're gonna have
armpit. Like
I'm struggling not to buy the Trick Williams coat that they're selling.
Hey, let's talk to Doza. Doza gets you the belt and the matching underwear. He got you.
But I understand. Like I said, for one, I'm not paying more than $400 for a belt ever again.
Nah.
And shout out your maker on here. Who you use?
I use Muhammad Zubair Big Time Belts.
There you go.
I have a very good relationship with him. I consider him to be a friend. Mm-hmm. I think he cares. He takes criticism well. If I tell him he's doing something wrong, he fixes it. He cares. He cares about his customers. I get inboxed all the time, and I'm not going to quit him for $50. Hey, bro, I'll give you this belt for $175. Nope. It's not worth it. Why would I want to give you $175? I don't mind giving him $250 or $230 or $280 or $325, depending on what we're getting. But if he makes a great belt, and most of the business I send him, there's not bootleg business. It's original artwork for independent wrestling promotions. Battle Zone has some of the nicest belts that the indies are ever going to see. I wish I would have sent them to you I didn't think about it, but he's done them for Battle Zone. He's done them for BIW. He's done them for SWA. Rev
Pro is also hot.
Yeah, I mean, my good friend Jay-Z, the Bojangles champion, just gifted a belt to a man in North Carolina. They call it the guy. He's a local personality. They call him Little Brother, and they call him the Person County People's Champion.
I saw that. Yep, that was on. Yeah.
And Jay-Z said, "Hey, I want to buy him a belt because he's using a WWE belt, and it just really just drives me crazy."
That video, he was really touched. He was, oh man.
Yep. So I got, and I'm gonna tell you how I did it. I started playing with belt designs in ChatGPT. Said, "What do you think about this?" He said, "Let's do it," and we did it. And he gifted it to him.
Ben backs you up on that, maker.
I mean, it's been standard operating procedure with makers. Is they're all good till they're not.
Yep.
And I've had nothing but a good experience with him, and he's earned my loyalty. I'm not saying that I haven't seen other belts that are great and other makers that do great work.
Yeah.
But
that's the problem in the hobby is too many people will want to get behind somebody and act like it's a war. It's like, no, you can buy that's a beautiful belt. Go buy it. Oh yeah, I like this beautiful belt. You don't have to corner yourself into the one market. It's just ridiculous. Like I say all the time, hey, see, Classic Shields does make a nice crumb rind, but
They do, but if you pay that much money for it, you're a damn fool.
Yeah, you might want to go with the P4 if you're going to do that and get something that has cast pieces off the original. But I'm not going to sit here and tell somebody that belt's not ugly or belt's not this. But it's just stupid when you get this war stuff going on, or you're going to be a homer for somebody, and you just can't give it into yourself to say to the guy that got a new belt, that's good looking belt. Congratulations.
That's all I ever tell them.
Yeah, they can't.
All I ever tell them.
Some of these homers can't. They just can't make it themselves.
I either will tell them, I'll either click like, I'll tell them, or I won't say nothing at all. If it's absolute garbage, I just don't say nothing at all. Now, what we're finding out is now we're a good 5 years into this, that none of them can do backings. All these backings are rolling up, but if I paid $230 for a belt, it's kind of an easier pill to swallow than if I paid $500 to $700 for a belt when their stuff just sat on the wall and started rolling up. And I won't name names, but it's just, I mean, that's a harder pill to swallow, because if they're supposed to be that much better than everybody else that you pay that price, then I expect the backing to stay on.
Yeah. Ethan could tell you a good one that we like here on the program.
I'm a fanatic for pinfall belts. Raheel Ahmed. Yeah. He is a phenomenal. He only does HD. He doesn't do anything else, but he's a $750, $700 right there in that area. But when you're getting leather wise,
yeah, man.
He's one of the top leather guys out there. I mean, his edges, you can't tell where the leather stops.
It is truly better than anybody I've ever seen. The way he does his edges, American or not, I was blown away with what this guy did. But
great with customs.
A lot of good.
Great with customs. I mean, fast times. You're not gonna wait a year for a belt. You're gonna get it in 4 to 7 weeks, right in there, depending on how many he's got going on, and then there's an option. There's an upgrade option too, because he actually works with one of our guys, Mendoza, and Mendoza does American leather. Mendoza is a American leather guy, and you can have Pinfall send Mendoza the plates for a slight upcharge. They'll put them on American leather. And I mean, that's the best of both worlds. I mean, it's the quality and work for the price. Hard pressed to find a better maker.
But this is true right here. Go with what you can afford, because I see so many people buy 3 belts, and then 3 months later, those 3 belts are up for sale. But I'm not going to pay $1,000 for the belt and wait 2 years to get it. I just I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I always tell people, if you can create a baby faster than you can get a belt, there's an issue.
Yep. Have that baby get out and be in kindergarten.
Yeah, that baby go to full term and have a birthday before you get a belt. There's an issue.
You're being kindergarten with ABCs. I mean, jeez, it's ridiculous.
Pinfall belts.
Who is the maker? Yeah, pinfall tie belts.
I've seen them when the pictures are posted of them. They all look great.
Yeah, it's the one that I've got my last 3 belts.
I just think, and it comes down to, like I said, I've got a relationship with this, and I'm not his middleman. I just send him. But if somebody comes to me, I'm glad to send them to somebody. And my reputation means a lot to me. So if I send you some business and you make me look like an asshole, then I'm sending you no more business.
Yeah.
Because I mean, all we have is our reputation.
Yeah. A lot of people Dad say, money you can always make back, but you can't ever get your reputation back. Once you hurt it, it's gone. You can always make your money back.
We don't middle for pinfall or anything like that. We're loyal customers. I developed a relationship with a guy fantastic human, just on an individual level. So that's why I always tell people, we're buying belts to display. These guys are making belts to live and feed their families with. So, some of these guys are actually really good people. And that's why with him, I try to send him any business I can. And, again, if you're not comfortable going with him, and you want to go through him, I'll get involved if you need to, and I'll help you out, and we'll get you taken care of. But he's good on updates. He's good on wait times. He's good on everything. So,
we promote a lot of guys on here. We like talking about guys that put good belts, just like you're talking about, and do the right thing and put them out there. It's one of those things.
And it's not some of the leather controversy, but.
And I'm gonna tell you how Zubair got my business to begin with. Is he inboxed me, and I told him I wasn't interested. I'm always polite. I don't come out. I don't normally screw with the belt makers when they hit me in the inbox. He shot his shot. I told him I wasn't interested. Thank you. I'll keep you in mind. He didn't bother me no more. For some reason, my wife was actually in one of the belt groups, and somebody had asked about an IWGP belt. And she asked me about it, and I said, because I'd won mine in a raffle, so I really didn't even know what they sold for. I said, hang on, this guy just about a month ago sent me a picture of one, looked really good. Let me ask him what he sells them for. I messaged him back, $330. And I'm like, oh. So I told her, I said, I think I'm going to buy one from him. And because the one I had didn't have Okada on the main plate. It was still AJ Styles. And I knew that the proper plating, the names on the plates were. So I gave him, this is the correct way that the name plates need to be done. I'd like to try it. And then I told my wife, I said, if I like his better, I'll sell the old one. And if I don't like his, I'll sell his and I'll keep the old one. But I'm going to give this guy, I'm going to give him a shot because the price to me for that was really good. And then I got it and I was completely blown away by it. And I sold my old one and I kept his. And we've been off to the races ever since. And it was just because the way that he handled himself on the introduction and the way that he's handled himself ever since then. And I like that, but I get belts from different makers if I buy secondhand, if somebody's got one, and I'm not going to kick them, but I'm not going to quit my guy for a few dollars. Yep. And I'm not going to use them lowballing me to make him come down any. I pay him a fair price for a fair product.
There you go. Do you have anything recent that you got or something coming in new? You always got something cool that you got showing up. Hold on, we got to show it. Oh, is that the silver anniversary edition?
Yes, it is.
Oh
yeah. I've always wanted one, and I've never been able to get one. And yes, and I'm blown away by the quality of it. I mean, it's heavy like a cast belt, and
the leather on looks pretty good. Like it's beefed up leather. And your guy made that?
Yes. Yeah, I got that.
Look at this guy's background. I want to come spend the night at Dave's house and just play all night with his figures.
The United Nationals Classic Shields. I don't know who made that one. I was told when I bought that one that it was a top rope, but Randy really doesn't think it was his. But I did get it re-leathered. I did get it re-leathered by Lucky Hands, and he actually put the conchas on it, and
that can make any belt look good.
And so it looks a lot better. Over here is my Charlotte Flair wall. That NXT belt, this one, was re-leathered and re-stoned by Ron over at Red Leather. And then I've got a Divas belt up there that Dan Kaminsky re-leathered for me. And it's got like a pink croc backing on it. But I've got all of Charlotte's belts, and as long as she doesn't win any of these other ones, I'm okay. Having to upgrade, buy another one.
I guess the cool figures that are getting ready to come out that I bought really expensive from overseas to make because I can't get the Walmart to get on the Walmart exclusive. The one where Hogan does the turn. It's got the Hogan turn and it's got Nash and Hall in it, and it's got, it comes with all the trash and stuff. I can't wait to get that figure.
The one I've seen I'm most excited about ordering is Gorgeous Jimmy Garvin and Freebird Buddy Roberts.
Where is that?
They showed them Ringside Collectibles. They were released at the images were released at Comic-Con.
Yeah,
in San Diego
this weekend.
Yeah,
and they got like I said, they got Hogan with the mystery belt, and they've got what was the other? Oh, and Athena. Jazzwares has got an Athena with the wings and the Ring of Honor belt that I'm definitely going to order.
Matthew says, "Do you have the Hardcore Championship?"
I don't have a Hardcore Championship.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them.
It's never been one that
Doesn't the shop make one?
they did. Yeah. It's the one I've never. I mean, if Ric Flair hadn't held the Winged Eagle, I probably wouldn't have one of those.
And you must be a big R-Truth fan. that dude's so funny. Man.
I've got 24/7 right here.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Because of R-Truth.
He made people get that belt, man. He sold more of that belt by him than anything else.
Well, I've got the R-Truth. I've got a shadow box here. I caught R-Truth's T-shirt at a live event here in Jackson. So I got the 24/7 belt, and then I've got the R-Truth shirt in a shadow box, and a picture of him wearing the shirt in the ring before he threw it out.
Sweet.
My granddaughter says that I gave her an elbow and moved her out of the way so I could catch it.
Man. Had paid dinner afterwards.
She won the contest that they had in the arena that night.
Oh yeah, well,
Vic Joseph was actually the host of the show, and he took 3 people up to do impressions.
Okay.
And one guy did Macho Man, the other guy did Hogan, and she goes, I told her, I said, baby, when he asks you who you're doing, say, I'm Bailey, and I'm a hugger, and then you hug him. And on cue, the whole arena went, oh. And those 2 guys knew they lost.
That was it.
I was gonna make a bad joke. I was gonna make a bad joke right now.
Go ahead. Do it.
And I was just gonna be like, I do a Hogan impression.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. That's cool.
It's not too soon now. It's been a year now. So
Okay, yeah, that's not too
it's
soon.
not too soon.
Eddie Guerrero was my favorite wrestler. Yeah, he was a great one. I mean, an absolute great one.
And coincidentally, Ethan can do an Eddie Guerrero impression.
Do it.
Hey, I will. Owen Hart, I got you.
Whoa.
You know.
Well, wait a minute. We have actually we have the actual audio of that incident.
Oh no. Oh God. Oh my God.
I will say something about Eddie Guerrero.
I get a pass. I'm on hospital scale.
I just don't care. Ain't nobody big enough to scare me. But what I'll say about Eddie Guerrero, though, is I still believe he cut one of the cleanest real-life promos with Brock Lesnar about the addiction promo.
Yeah.
That was one of the cleanest little promos that you'll ever see.
The Nathan man in 7N's got a great comment. He's sick of the black hoodie bit and then the pull down of the hoodie to reveal it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is the modern day turning out the lights and turning the lights back on.
Yep.
Enough with that. Enough with that black hoodie gimmick. I am so sick of it. That's been my favorite comment tonight. I feel every bit of that with my whole heart.
Give it to him. Coming in the night.
I agree with Christopher. The Hogan 85, which I have one, so I don't want to be.
Where's yours at? Where's yours at? That is the with the black writing on it, right? The black, black, right?
Yeah, you see it. Yeah.
The 86 is the one I'm a fan of. I like the 86. It's just
The 84 is more like the world class American.
Oh, well, look at here. Look who's visiting us tonight. How you doing there, bud? How you doing there tonight? You wanna say anything to the folks?
It was me. It was me all along.
Yeah.
I could bust out the Iron Man helmets. I mean, we can go there.
But Dave, I appreciate you coming on, man. Thanks for talking all this stuff and why
I'm glad we finally made it. Thank you for having me. This has been fun.
Yeah, you're welcome on anytime, man. Anytime.
I could do 3 hours with y'all. Because
Yeah,
I looked up and we've already been gone an hour. We've been going an hour 45.
40, yeah, yep.
And I thought we were just 30 minutes in.
59 for Matthew getting on there on October 9th. 84 is red. Yep. Thank you. Yeah, Chris is always made me.
And lacing, 84 had lacing.
And
yes.
we're thankful that down there in Dallas world the stars just let everybody know.
Hey,
Hurricane, baby.
Hey, I'm happy for Stankhoven.
It's a great name, isn't it?
It is. We called him Stank. We told him to put a little stank on it.
Look at that jersey. It's one of the best looking jerseys in hockey. Come on.
I'm not.
Not bad. You know the state. Can you see where the state of North Carolina is in it? That's what's great. See the state of North Carolina right in the middle of the two flags.
Yeah, I like it. I'm not.
And then on the path,
I hated it that we traded Stankhoven, but
you're not getting him back.
No, I hated to see him go, and
that dude's they can play some D, can play some anything.
Yeah, he's a great player, and I'm just proud that we got Jason Robertson back for one more year, and then
tonight I didn't have it.
So hopefully next year we'll be able to lock him up and give him everything that he wants.
Yep, better
because he worked with the Stars to stay this year. I'm
still surprised that Las Vegas even made it. They got hot, and then didn't keep the coach to help them get there. Like, see ya. Thanks for your help for the last 3 months.
I bought a Las Vegas replica of their championship ring. It actually opens. And it's got the arena inside of the ring.
It does?
Yeah.
Let's see what ours look like.
I paid $1. I paid $1 for it, and it was $7.99 to have it shipped.
There's a Temu Express.
No, there's some Chinese lady on TikTok was doing auctions on them, and the most I paid, because I bought like 11 of them, but I'm planning on selling some of them on my gimmick table. But I got the Roger Staubach 1971 Cowboys. I got a Troy Aikman 92, and I got a Joe Montana. I got Terry Bradshaw. I got Chicago Cubs.
It's not your tag partner, Deuce. It's more like you guys are like Dusty Rhodes and Sapphire.
But when you're paying $1 and $2 for them, they look like fun little things to collect.
Yeah, they are. They're cool. I got them for the Duke. Well, man, Super Dave, we thank you so very much. Don't wait so long to come back next time.
It's just finding a Saturday.
Yeah, it is. You're a busy man.
If I'm not in the ring, we may have something going on with the grandkids.
Yeah, that is true.
The sports season has started. It's starting next week.
Yes, it is.
Thank y'all for having me. Kevin, Ethan, thank y'all so much.
All your wisdom.
We're gonna have to talk some comic movies. That's another thing we're gonna have to talk.
Hey, I got a comic book. I'm co-hosting a comic book podcast on Thursday nights now called Triple P, the Comic Pod. Panels, pile drivers, and plates. The promoter of Bayou Independent Wrestling, Josh Newell, it's his podcast. He's also an author of an upcoming comic book called Castle Aiden. So we're mostly talking about comic books, but we're mixing in some pro wrestling and food. We're talking food. Panels, pile drivers, and plates.
I'll be there. I'll tune in.
All right.
All right, we appreciate it there, Dave. Everybody, give it up for him. We'll see you again soon. Catch him on Tuesday nights.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good one,
Good
man.
night, everybody.
Just a great dude. Love having him on.
Always a wonderful individual.
Just as cool as can be, man. Just cool as can be. I wanted to show we got about 10 minutes left to I guess get into this topic a little bit. Maybe we'll go a little bit longer on this topic. But whoops. Look at that. Told you, man. This thing's all messed up tonight. But make sure you get a Talking Wrestling with Pondwater Dave and Amy on Tuesday nights. Support them. To everyone subscribe to their show. It would be great and awesome. I wanted to show, or just put it there. It is. I got this in the mail and I had it made, and I thought, why not put some belts on it? So I got this from Yeti, and I put the NWA TV title on there. And man, they did it up right. I mean, right. And then I put my initials down, and then on the back, put the NWA World Tag Team title on there. Thought that was pretty cool. Came out great. Shout out to
Yeti. Due to my lack of employment now, stay tuned because I did abuse my credit card, and there'll be some laser engraving coming.
Yeah. Oh, what you got? What you got? Nice.
I ordered an engraver, laser engraver.
Oh well. So yeah, that's the
do tumblers and the whole bit. Yeah,
I'm telling you,
side
this is the way to go for people in the belts. You got it. That's just, it was sick. Yeah, absolutely. That's sick. I like a lot. I like it a lot. But we got to talk about some hot topics that was going on in the belt community that some people got a little upset about, and when they posted it, and this was the post here that they were talking about with there we go. Let's get over here onto
my dear friends.
It was from ORM. Is talking about we strive to give you the best belts, make the best belts. But then it says for some time now, our leather making team had been harassing us. After a lot of issues, we finally kicked them out of the factory. I'm like, if you do, what took you so long? They're harassing you? Why would it?
You're their boss.
I don't. Why would you let your employees? So that's strange. So they said, at the moment, I am making leather myself and teaching a new helper and craftsman. So if you could do that all along, something's not.
There's been a lot of long-standing rumors with what goes on. So for those that have been in the belt hobby for a long time, I don't know if you remember a belt maker called SM Belts, I believe it was. I think it was Saw McGall. He was making belts that looked eerily similar to ORM belts. The rumor was that was his brother, because his brother was the part of the belt making group, and his brother was the leather guy. And ORM was getting the plates from here. SM Belts was getting the plates from here, and that's why there was a bit. That's the only thing I can surmise, that it was his brother. They finally had a falling out because SM Belts, about the time ORM was struggling very heavily with his wait times, SM Belts was now ghosting people and not delivering. And then all of a sudden, SM Belts just became on the scammer list and has been basically dead since. And then ORM Belts, wait times started getting a little better. And then now we're here. Just seems like, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't get that they were harassing us. how can you be the boss and it's or were you never making the leather and it just I just didn't get the gist here. Has been harassing us, our leather making team. After a lot of issues, we finally came. If you're, I don't get that. So, did you ever make the leather? Was somebody making the leather that was a separate person and renting out your space? Is that what it was? I always thought ORM made his own leather. So now it says at the moment he's making leather himself. I guess a lot of things will get sorted out.
I don't think they're ever going to get sorted out because there's been so many issues with Orm and his belts. There was the Corey King thing. I don't remember if you remember the Corey King thing.
Light me up on it.
The rumor was Orm was etching the belts for Corey King. Corey King was finishing the belts here. Orm was doing the leather. They combined for an American Corey King. That was one of the big ones.
Gotcha.
There's rumors that ORM gets his HD etching from China. I've heard that one, which is Nawaz does. So I'm not gonna fault the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Orm is a very good middleman. Put together some nice belts. Oh, he still owes me. He still owes me $100 or a Big Eagle from fucking 6 years ago now. That's why he doesn't like me, because he jumped into my inbox and was trying to tell me to take down a threat. He literally inboxed me and was like, "You're gonna take down that post."
Really?
Yeah. I was like, "You don't understand who you're talking to. I ain't taking down shit for nobody." And then it became we got into a little verbal argument on Messenger, and it got pretty nasty. I mean, he's been known to threaten people's families, so it was
Yeah, I remember the wife raping thing. That was not good for him. And he had cleaned up a lot of the issues, but my issues is this really doesn't. This post kind of didn't make some sense, and a lot of people it didn't make some sense. And they're like, "Well, wait a minute, you've not been doing your leather, so are you doing leather?" And then the comment section, I blurted it out so that these people aren't on here and the cuss words. And then there's some other jabs and shots. Slight delay. You calling nearly 3 blanking years a slight delay. So it was a free for all in the post. He wanted me to take down my 3D big old video where I compare the ORM CS alter.
You see, that's the thing is he tries.
That's your opinion. You shouldn't have to. That's odd.
See, but that's the long-standing thing with him is if you go against him, you're like you're a sworn enemy. And the thing is, with Orm, he's been. If you look at people when they send you updates in belt progression, Orm's one of the worst, anyways.
Awesome.
But Orm always sends. From my experience, any update I've ever got from Orm was the plates were wrapped in plastic, like they came shipped in somewhere. There was never any like real updates. Like Pinfall sends you the plates that have the printing thing printed on the zinc, and then he sends you after it's, you know what I mean. And they always look like the belts are just in a shipping process, going from one, from plating to polishing to leather to they've never been. I've never seen Orm behind the scenes, and we've asked like Classic Shields that shows you behind the scenes, but nobody really has ever seen Orm stuff behind the scenes.
His belts are beautiful.
Yeah, he puts together a nice belt.
Oh, we gotta give this up for Matthew though.
Thank you, brother.
Welcome to the DDK family there, buddy. We're glad you've tuned in to that and to be a part of the crew. Hope you'll enjoy the show. I don't know. It's pretty weird to me that post. I didn't I didn't understand the. Maybe we should go to what's his name who does his middleman work up there. Great guy, Vincent. Vincent. Maybe we'll ask Vincent what's going on. Fantastic individual, but it was just weird. Have they've been harassing us, and who was? I mean, it didn't make any sense.
There'll probably be some kind of press release from like All Elite Belts or something here in the next day or so since we mentioned it. You know about.
I would just be. I wouldn't have even posted anything like that unless they're gonna have. I guess because they're gonna have more delays with it. But if he's doing the leather, there shouldn't be. But fantastic belts. I wish they wouldn't take so long to. You can't say that both of those don't make any. But there's a lot of guys that are there and catching up and doing just as quality work that people are waking up for that they don't want to wait that long to. It's really weird. RN is who I didn't name. Screw that guy. Well, you just found out that. Did you find that was weird? I mean, that you're in this factory that you own the company, and your leather guy is harassing you for a while, and they're going along, and then so you finally kick them out of the thing, out of the factory.
That's like Kev. Like, hey guys, we can't do the show this week because my wife's harassing me, and I had to kick her out of the house.
The only belt firm probably makes himself that.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Oh,
honestly.
My favorite all-time belt is red. Oh, then he's in the right room, baby. The NWA TV title is my favorite belt. That's when we go to this big dog right here. Tell him, Ethan. See, we go to this right here, and Ethan's his favorite is the Intercontinental. And I got a TV addiction problem. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 NWA TV titles. I got a problem. That's okay. I love the belt. Do you have Matthew? Do you have a TV? And since this guy's subscribed to DDK, go over there to Slam Talk. See what it's all about. I am after the show. Tyler says Oren probably didn't even really make the belts himself. Oh,
I wouldn't bet on it.
We'll be finding out, I guess. With more people, it's interesting to see what's going to come of that. It's going to be interesting to see what comes of that. But Ethan, we're going to be back-to-back shows this week and next week. We've got a great show next week that you guys are going to love. We got Luke Bradley, the Lego wrestling belt maker, and you want to talk about? I mean, this isn't getting it a little right. This guy gets them spot on, man, and does some amazing work. You definitely got to go and check him out. And we're gonna have him on next week, right here on Double Dropkick Podcast. It'll be a fun show, right, man?
Looking forward to it.
Right, man, I'm gonna sip some cup of coffee tomorrow. My new mug here. This one came yesterday, and this bad boy came today. Serve it up. Then we stand the cup.
In honor of the new Spider-Man movie coming out, I'm gonna go on a Spider-Man movie binge tonight.
Are you? Which one are you gonna start with?
I'm gonna do the not Tobey Maguire, the Tom Holland Spider-Man's to start and go from there, Homecoming and everything like that, and just up until current. So next weekend I can go see the movie, and yeah.
Oh man, we'd be over too much to doing that. Me and Ethan probably could. That's we'll do this when we do this next week for the second half hour. Name as many of the old belts as you can and the wrestler that made them. We did do a remember a show we did with did the wrestler make the belt or the belt make the wrestler? We did a show on that. We had a good time with that one. Appreciate that, Ben. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're feeling well. Appreciate all that you do there, buddy. Luke does some hands. Yeah, he does. The dude is killer with what he does. I mean, that takes some time. And ooh. Put it on YouTube there, buddy.
Right?
But, we're gonna get on
Go
out
to
of
Facebook
here.
Live.
Me and Ethan, we're gonna kick it. We're excited for next week. Next week, we've also got a news about a new logo and a third wheel, possibly, to the Double Drop Kick podcast. So you guys stay kind, stay humble, and we'll see you next week right here on DDK Saturday Night.
Have your pets spayed or neutered.